Okay guys, so hopefully in this video I can explain to you an advanced picking technique to pick these disc detainer locks that are primarily designed to tension from a random zero disc or the bottom disc if you haven't got a bottom tensioning tool. Now this one actually has 11 discs in it. You've got a zero cut in disc number 1, which I'll talk about very shortly, and then obviously you just go through, got another zero cut 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. Now obviously if you had a bottom tensioning tool you would be able to tension from the bottom here and obviously work your way back up through the lock and obviously get the lock open. But if you were out in the field or obviously you haven't got a bottom tensioning disc detainer pick, then obviously you're going to find this very, very difficult to do. Now this particular lock does actually have a free spinning disc number 1, which actually has no restrictor on it, so of course it will just keep rotating around, but it does actually have a true gate in it, so of course this needs to be taken into consideration when picking the lock. So of course you can't tension off that because obviously it's got no restrictor on it. Let's just zero these discs again. So of course we're going to be tensioning off of the second disc down, which as you can see is probably a 3 or a 4 cut. So of course you can go through, you can tension off of that disc, you can get good feedback right the way through the lock, but of course you then got to overcome this disc you're tensioning off of, but you've also got to overcome the top disc there as well, which has a gate which does come into play. So you've got 2 discs to take into consideration. So what we're going to do, we're going to tension off of the disc number 2, pick all the rest of the discs, find a zero cut, which we're going to use the bottom disc for, rotate the tool to set this one, and then rotate it again to set the top one. So quite an advanced little trick that hopefully we can demonstrate and get it to work first time. If not, then we'll have another go. I'm not going to take the lock apart. Obviously the video is going to be long enough as it is, but you can see all the discs in there. If you want to see one of these taken apart, then I'll leave a link in the description to this video of one I did a little while ago. So of course with all disc locks we will rotate all the discs clockwise as far as they will go, and of course we're going to use the pick that I made myself. Got a very long tensioning tip on there which actually will pick up the top 2 discs, and we're going to use relatively moderate tension. Now as I said, this is more about the technique rather than actually going through the lock and sort of challenging myself on it. So of course as we can see we're going to be tensioning off of the disc 2, so disc number 3 is going to be a zero cut, and then so on and so forth. So we'll get them set first, and then we'll show you this little technique to actually overcome the rest of the discs. Oh, where's my disc gone? There we go. Okay, so we can get through the disc stack. Okay, so we now know that disc number 3 is a zero cut. So we're looking for disc number 4, which has got a little click on there. Disc number 5, got a little click on there. Disc number 6, got a little click on there. Disc number 7 is a zero cut. Disc number 8 is a little 1 cut. Disc number 9, disc number 10 if we can get on it. Disc number 11 is also a zero cut. Right, so we actually do have all the discs set apart from the top 2. Now we're tensioning off of those 2, so we're going to click back once to get the first one done. I've just slipped off the disc and the bottom disc. Then we're going to lift the pick up a little bit and then set the top one, and then hopefully with a little bit of luck we'll get the lock open, he says. And there you go, as easy as that. So basically what we've done, let me just get the pick out of the way. Basically what we've done, as you can see, obviously we've tensioned off the 2 bottom discs, we found a zero cut. Obviously these particular locks give fantastic feedback. There is only 1 gate in each of the discs, so you know exactly when you're actually got all the discs set. You find your zero cut, rotate back till you hear the click, and then lift it back, rotate it back again, give it a little wiggle, and of course we get the lock open. So quite a tricky little technique to do, but with a little bit of practice you can overcome a lot of these locks just with a top tensioning tool, whether you make it yourself or whether you use the Sparrow's disc detainer pick, which is also, as you can see, a top tensioning tool. But listen guys, I hope you enjoyed that little tip. Try it out, it works. It's a great little tip on an awful lot of locks really. It's I quite often use it myself if I don't want to use the bottom tensioning tool. But listen guys, hope you enjoyed that, and of course we'll be catching up with you again very shortly with another video. Listen guys, thanks for your time. Have a nice day.